Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming in. People are starting to view. I can't hear anything on anyone's end. Only you guys can hear me. I can't see you, can't hear you. If you want to chat with me, you can put in a question in the Q&A section. We'll give everyone a few more minutes to log in. Thanks for joining me. I'm seeing the numbers come up. I'm just waiting for a few more people. I don't know if you guys can hear my sound machine. I'll put it up to my microphone. Might have to be a little bit higher. Do you feel calm yet? I love this thing. I'm going to keep it going. If it gets distracting, let me know. It's calming me down, that's for sure. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. I don't want to fall asleep on you. Excuse me. Cup of tea from my Tinkerbell cup. My throat hurts a little bit, so 'tis the season. Okay, let's get started. So thank you everyone for logging on tonight and spending 30 minutes with me. I appreciate your time and I appreciate the energy. Oh, cool. Thank you, Melissa. I get to see what I look like. Gotta love good friends, right? Thank you. I believe that time is precious, so I'm setting a timer on my phone so that we don't go over 30 minutes. Because I don't know about you, but my children were home for the day. And I was so happy to cross the finish line tonight and put them into bed so that I could just breathe. So let's ease into what you are here to learn about tonight. And that is how to put together a self-care plan that you just can't resist. In the email that I sent you, I said that I was going to be toggling back and forth between a PowerPoint presentation and you seeing my face. So let the first toggling begin. So this is me. If you want to reach out to me, there's my email address, my phone number, and my website. Again, I'm just so happy to be talking to you guys about something that's become very near and dear to my heart. This is something that I blog about consistently now out on workingmoms.about.com because self-care is what got me through the last year. And let me get into that. So I am a work-at-home mom of 3 beautiful children, if I don't mind bragging. I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and I am happily married, and I am a business owner. My business name is Coach Lizzie Mick, Working Mom Coach, and I've been in business since 2011. I became a coach because I was miserable as a working mother. And I bumped into a coach who said, "Let me coach you." I had no idea what he was referring to until I went through the experience. And afterwards, I thought I could do that. So I got certified and haven't looked back since. It's been a great adventure. So I've been coaching working moms since 2011. My business's mission is to focus on energizing working moms. I believe that I was always looking for more time in my day. And when I took the focus off time management and looked more at energy management, I became a happier person because it's amazing how you can alter energy, but yet you can't alter time. And what I'm here to talk to you tonight is how an audacious self-care got me through the last year. And I wanted to share with you what I discovered. To give you a little bit of background of what I experienced, my husband became very ill. Started probably last summer, so it had been going on for a while. He's a private man, so I won't get into the details of what he was suffering from. Thankfully, everything is good now. But when he started to become really sick, that, of course, was when I started taking on more projects and more work, and chaos ensued because I didn't have anyone there. My support system fell out from under me for many other reasons. And I became a very angry, resentful, hurting working mom. And I realized that it starts with me, and everyone's happiness started with me. And if I wasn't happy, then everything else sort of fell apart. So I realized the strength in taking care of myself because I needed to, because I was all that I had. So tonight I am sharing with you what got me through the last year. And it's funny that this is something that I've always talked to working moms about and that I've written about, but things really came to a halt when I needed to practice extreme self-care. So let's go back to the slides for a moment. So that is who I am, what I've been through, and why I'm here tonight talking to you. So let's go over what we're going to be chatting about. We're going to talk about what exactly is self-care and why it is that I would love for you to hook on another to-do list so that you can succeed in your working mom lifestyle. We're going to talk about the 5 secrets that would make your plan absolutely irresistible. We're going to talk about how you're about to get spoiled and how you are going to accept it without any guilt. funny thing about guilt. We'll get into that. We're going to discover that when you figure out what your desires are, that miracles start to happen. And I can totally attest for that. I'm also going to give you a few suggestions that work for me. They may not work for you, so take them with a grain of salt, but I would love to share with you little bits and pieces of my plan. And at the end of this free webinar, I want to offer you a care package, or a self-care package, and we'll talk about that at the end. All right, so let's get into it. So what is self-care really about? This week, I shared this picture on Facebook, and it was a little snapshot of what I go through to take care of my mind, to take care of my body, and to take care of my soul or my spirit. And I have a couple of these items with me right now. I don't have my sneakers, but I think that's pretty self-explanatory that if I don't get exercise, just a quick walk, life becomes a little hard for me. I need fresh air and I need to get out. I think my batteries were dying on this. The other thing in the picture that I wanted to show you is this sound machine from Brookstone. My hubby and I listen to it every night. There's a bunch of different things that you can listen to on it. It can also go up to Bluetooth. I love it. It's a sleep machine. We used to have one when we first started dating, and then it broke. And then we recently just bought this one, and it's just nice to go to bed to something. The other thing I had in that picture was Cheryl Richardson's grace cards. And this is something that helps my spirit. They're inspirational. So this first card, and I'll show you a quick picture of it. It's beautiful artwork. It's something that I'll just take these cards when I need a little pick-me-up. And I think I picked imagination last night. And on the back of it, it reads, life's difficulties are a call to consciousness, a grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. These little things are little gifts, little treasures that I enjoy just picking up. I can't tell you how many times I've played 52 pickup with them when the kids get their hands on them, but they're still worth it. The other thing that was in my picture was my shower cap. I don't take a bath every night, but when I do, I like to use essential oil. This is peppermint, but I don't use peppermint for it. I use lavender, but I just happen to pick up peppermint. So that's why it was in the picture. Did you also know that essential oil is a good air freshener? If you put it inside your toilet paper roll, like in the cardboard, just one little drop, your whole bathroom will smell like peppermint or lavender. Lavender is very calming. I love putting just a few drops of it, and then when I go to bed at night, and then I use the shower cap, because who wants to ruin a nice blow dry, right? It's a great way to go to bed. I have a sleeping mask because all my kids have night lights, and some of them I can see through my door. And when I started wearing, yeah, they are little sheep. When I started wearing these to bed, when I started wearing this to bed every night, I went to bed quicker. And that felt really good. Something that wasn't in the picture, but something that I'm drinking tonight is just a cup of tea. Nice warm tea. I'm a New Englander, so I appreciate warmth very much. And this is my favorite tea. It's Good Earth, original, sweet and spicy. Don't get the caffeinated kind because that would defeat the purpose. I'm drinking it right now because my throat's a little sore. The other thing that's in the picture is my Desire Map Planner. The Desire Map Day Planner. It is by a woman called Danielle Laporte, and it's something that I do every day, and it talks about what your core desired feelings are. So it's somewhat something like journaling, but that's what it looks like. So that's how I start my day off, with a cup of coffee, and I write about what are the things I am going to do to feel the way I want to feel. And my core desired feelings, just to share with you, is to be audacious. That's my favorite word. Bodacious, because I want to feel good about my body. And sparkly, because who doesn't like to sparkle? So I have this little tub here that holds the Desire Map Planner. The other thing in the picture was my journal that I write in every day. The other thing I did have in here was my planner, which I look at every day. I keep my own pencil bag because my kids love to steal my highlighters, and it bothers me. So I keep this box sort of hidden, and every morning I just dip into it. It's the way I start my day. And one more thing that was in the picture was my weekly plan, all the goals that I want to fulfill. And we'll get into this a little bit more later on. So that is what that picture was about. When I use these things, I also had my Kindle in there, but I forgot to grab it and bring it down. I love to read, as you can tell from the plethora of books. When I go through and I use these little things, I am taking care of my mind. I am taking care of my body, and I am taking care of my spirit. It makes me a happier person. So that is what self-care is about. So why do I think that you should be adding another to-do list, and why is it critical to your success? Let's talk about that next. When you are taking care of yourself, good things happen. Life becomes easier. And what our minds, how our mindset needs to be is that self-care is not just something that you want. It's not like, oh, I wish I could just take a bath tonight. It doesn't have to be a wish. Having a plan like this gives you something to follow, and then that turns into a need, something that needs to get done because it's in a plan. You're ready to follow it. When you start following this type of plan, you start to attract positive vibes. And I experienced it firsthand. I was very negative, very angry about my husband's ailments and my lack of support. And once I started caring for my mind, body, and soul or spirit, I became a happier person. And people around me became happier because I was radiating positive energy instead of negative. And what I want to emphasize here is you're here to learn about creating a great self-care plan. And I don't want the focus to be on the lack of or what you haven't been doing. The past is the past. So we're here to start taking better care of ourselves. And that starts with not beating yourself up for what you haven't done so far. So yeah, I just shared with you a bunch of pictures about what I do, but I didn't do that so that you would, feel worse. I'm doing it to give you some ideas or some incentives. So let's get to the goods. Let's talk about the 5 secrets to an irresistible self-care plan. So my first secret is to actually become aware of how you feel or realize it or sense it. The first thing you could do is run a body scan. How is your body feeling? Yes, tell me about it. I'm very tired after having all 3 kids home for the day, plus getting ready for this webinar. But becoming aware of that on a consistent basis is the first secret to making this self-care plan irresistible for you to follow, because you know your body needs to be replenished in some way. So when you are running that body scan, it allows you to stop pushing yourself and just stop. What are you doing to your body, and what does it need? What are you doing for it? So these are things that you need to become aware of. As for your mind, what thoughts are running through your head? What emotions are you feeling? This is where a little bit of vulnerability comes in, because these are not things you're sweeping under the rug anymore. You're actually really going to think about it. And one thing I'd like to recommend when you're becoming aware of how you feel and making it more of a constant is for you to write down what it is that you have done for yourself today. I don't think I've done anything except have a cup of tea. So what did you do for yourself today? What did you do for yourself yesterday, last week, last month? And after you create this list, organize them and organize it into the 3 categories that we just spoke about. What activities did you do that helped make your mind feel better? And then what did you do for your body? And then what did you do for your spirit? And then take a step back and think about, well, how did all of those things make me feel? You now know where you are at, what your ground level is. Now the next step is how to go forward with that information. So secret number two. Secret number two is to actually create your self-care plan. This is going to put you into action. Let's play a game for just a second here. Actually, let me bring the screen back because I think this exercise is sort of funny. And if you had that pad of paper that I asked you to bring, this would be a really good time for you to start writing. Actually, hold on. Let me take a sip of tea. My throat hurts. Hold on. Oh, I love that stuff. Let's say that your fairy godmother came down. Oh, wouldn't this be wonderful? And she told you that she is going to take away all of your responsibilities. That means you don't have to scrub anything. You don't have to clean. You don't have to cook. You don't have to watch anybody. You don't have to go to work. You have a day off. What would you do with yourself? See, the secret to making this plan irresistible is that when you actually have a plan and when you get these little pockets of time for you to spend on yourself, you are actually going to know what to do with yourself. So think about that. Think about what you would do if your fairy godmother would come and took away all your responsibilities so you're just left with yourself. What would you do? Secret number 3. Practice this phrase, I give myself permission to, and then fill in the blank. Maybe it's just to stop. Maybe it's to not do one more thing. Maybe it is to just pause and give yourself a moment to think about yourself, what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, see how your body feels. Maybe you're being a bit too negative, or maybe someone else's negativity is rubbing off on you and creating you to go into a negative state of mind. The secret is to give yourself permission to listen to you and to listen to what you need. And these needs are within your self-care plan. So secret number 3 is to give yourself permission. Secret number 4 is that there's no pressure to keep up with this plan. There's no check boxes that every single day you have to complete every little detail within this self-care plan, because that would defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? Life is give and take, and so isn't following your own self-care plan. So it's meant to help you, not add more stress to your life. So no pressure. And secret number 5, which I actually think is maybe the most important besides secret number 2 and actually having a plan, is to believe that you are worth your own time. This is you having self-confidence that you're worth it. So this is what I'd like you to do to help you with secret number 5. I'd like you to write down everything that you did from the moment you woke up this morning until the moment you go to bed tonight. Yes, this is a lot of work, but trust me, it'll help you create a self-care plan that you cannot resist. It is, when you're looking at this plan, it is amazing what you're capable of. You give so much of yourself to your job, to your family, to caring for your home, and your self-care is worth your time and effort. And when you have a plan, it helps give you confidence and a sense of direction. It sets the tone for you to go all in and taking care of yourself. When you have this kind of plan, it gives you something to follow, to lean on, and for you to believe that you do need to fulfill it. So you're about to get spoiled rotten, and you're not going to feel guilty about it. And here's why. You understand, and you are going to believe in your priorities and your values. So your values, it's the things and emotions that are important to you. So for instance, one of my values is to feel competent. I hate feeling incompetent. So when I go to bed at night and I don't snuggle with my hubby in front of the TV, And instead, I read a book. Like right now, I'm reading Rising Strong by Dr. Brene Brown. I don't feel guilty about going upstairs and reading a few pages because I know that what I'm doing is supporting my values. And then talking about priorities, there are going to be times when you're following one of these arrows for your family or your career. It's funny that yourself is not listed in these arrows, but you're going to find times when the priority has to be about you because your body truly needs it. The next way you're not going to feel guilty and you're going to spoil yourself rotten is you're going to think about a mantra that you can tell yourself when you do feel a little bit of guilt bubbling up inside of you. Things that work for me is it won't take long if I just start it. So whatever it is I feel like I need to do before I start something in my self-care plan, I'm just going to go around, pick up all the dirty socks, throw them in the hamper, and then I get to go down, sit, and meditate. Or I tell myself, I am sitting, not I will sit, because that just means that you're putting it off. I'm saying to myself, I am sitting. Or the next mantra that I don't have to do this one more thing, I'm going to stop. So the next thing you're going to do to prevent guilt from bubbling up is to create a weekly to-do list, and that's going to include your self-care plan. So I told you that I was going to show you my self-care plan. So, well, not my self-care plan, my weekly schedule. So every week I write down, I try to. Sometimes it doesn't happen because we're not going for perfection here, right? No pressure. I write a column about me. I don't know. I'm showing this just for format, not for you guys to actually read it, or maybe you can. I write about me. So and this is my self-care plan. What I wanted to do this week was take a bath, meditate, two things which I haven't done yet, but I will do. I'm definitely taking a bath after I hang up with you guys. We only have 5 more minutes left. I got to hurry up. So it's me, my family, what I have to do for my house, and what I have to do for my business. When I actually write down these things that I want to do for myself, along with everything else that I have to do, I actually find more success in getting the stuff done for me. Okay. And so the next thing we're going to talk about is when you figure out what it is that you want to fulfill within your self-care plan, good things happen. You actually get more energy. I love that picture, don't you? You have more time to do what you want, and life just becomes better because you are okay. And that makes everyone else feel okay. So let's move on because I told myself I would only talk to you for half an hour. So here are some self-care suggestions. Start and end your day with a clean slate. What I mean by that is have a really clean bedroom. I know this sounds funny, but when you go to bed at night and you have a pile of laundry on your bed, how does that make you feel? It makes me feel like crud, especially when my husband gets into the bed with the laundry on top of it still. Oh, it drives me berserk. And when I wake up in the morning, that means I have to do one more thing, and I'm walking around clutter. Oh, it drives me crazy. So that's one suggestion. My next suggestion is to connect with nature, meaning get outside. I live in New England, so we don't get a lot of sun compared to other places in the world. So I get outside to get my vitamin D. The fresh air fills my lungs. It's awesome. Something that I do often is I carry around a pad of paper because I get really good ideas when I'm active. I also use Evernote because that helps me keep track of just really awesome, cool ideas. And that makes me feel good because I'm growing my business or I'm thinking about things that I need to do. And the next thing is examining what I listen to. So I love to diddy bop. I really love to diddy bop. I'll sing in the car at the top of my lungs. But sometimes your body just needs that soft, soothing music, maybe with the repeating mantras within it, just something to calm your body. So examine what you listen to and how it makes your body feel, whether it's upbeat or low beat, and try and find different music that you can listen to. And then here's a couple of other suggestions that you can do. So let me quickly share with you the special care package offer that I wanted to give you all for coming tonight, sort of as a thank you. This is a 4-week one-on-one coaching package. And what it starts with is a free 1-hour consultation with me for you to get to know me a little bit more and for me to get to know you and to see what you've been up to with your self-care plan and where you'd like to take things. And here's the things that we would be covering in it. We're going to start from building a foundation, becoming aware of where your current self-care plan is at. The next thing we would do is something that I love to do, which is mind mapping. And we would go through and design a self-care plan that would fit you. There are going to be obstacles, like, work, last minute deadlines, and we'll talk about and get over how to defeat those obstacles so that you can continue caring for yourself. We're going to talk about how your self-care plan shouldn't be a should, and it really needs to be a need so that you can be the best you that you can be and the best working mom you can be. We're going to work on creating your permission statements. I give myself permission to, and then whatever it is that's actually blocking you, and whatever mantras would work well for you. And in the end of it, we would make adjustments so that whatever the plan is that we've created for you truly fits your lifestyle and your livelihood. So as a thank you for spending your time and energy with me tonight, I want to give you a special offer of this coaching package of being $99. I really hope you take me up on it. If this doesn't work for you, I would still love to meet with you. I love to see the person behind the mirror, behind the curtain, and connect with you and see how this webinar resonated with you. So in the follow-up email that I'll be sending you with these slides is going to be a registration link. This deal will end on Friday night, midnight, Eastern Standard Time, and I really hope you take me up on it. So this is our conclusion. Thank you so much for letting me take care of you a little bit tonight. I hope I gave you something to chew on and something for you to work on. I hope you're excited about creating it. Yes, it's going to take work, but what I want from you is to continue being curious. You were curious enough to log on tonight and see what this was all about, and also for you to be audacious about your self-care. I told you before that audacious is my new favorite word, and that's what I want for you. I want you to be bold, courageous, and brave about putting yourself first and making yourself care something that isn't something that you should do. It's something that you need to do so that you can go out and be focused at work and be competent. So thanks again. I will be reaching out to you all tomorrow with a follow-up email and with these slides. I would love to hear your comments and suggestions. Is there anything that I missed? Is there something you would want a little bit more of? Feel free to reply back to the email that you'll be getting tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to meeting you. Hope you guys have a great night. Thanks again. Bye.